Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. So today I am extremely excited to show you this PC build that I did on a budget, £500 or thereabouts, give or take. Stay tuned guys to the end of the video and let's build this PC together. I did run into some issues here and there, but I managed to get them resolved, so that was a good thing. Also, we're going to put Barrett inside here to protect this epic PC. So step one, I'm going to show you all the actual components that you're going to need to build a PC. I'll also leave links to all the items that are in this video in the description box down below should you want to build the same PC. The first thing you're going to need, obviously, or it might not be so obvious, is a motherboard to put all the components in, and this cost me £86. Next up we have the Corsair RAM, and this is the Vengeance RGB Pro DDR4 RAM. You get 2 sticks, both are 8GB each, so in total you're getting 16GB. These bad boys cost 64 quid. Next up we have the actual hard drive, which is a NVMe SSD, 500GB Western Digital Blue, priced at £31. Can't go wrong there guys. Next up we have the AMD Ryzen 4000 series CPU, and this costs 67 quid. So the next item we have is a little bit controversial. I'm not a fan of this graphics card, but you gotta bear in mind guys, if I haven't mentioned it, this is a build for my friend that I'm building. So it is the AMD Radeon RX 6500 XT, and it did cost him $149.99 large ones. Moving on swiftly then to the power supply, which is by Corsair, the TX550M. This is the gold standard of their power supplies. This is a lot more power than we actually need for this build, but it's always good to have a power supply that is future-proofed, and this cost $54.99. And then the final item that we have is this amazing case, the Corelink Mesh Micro ATX case, which costs £69.95 on Amazon. It is slightly more expensive on Overclockers. I think it's about £75 plus shipping, which made it come to about £83 or £84. So I thought, why not just go with Amazon? Next day delivery and all, £69.95, can't go wrong. Even though I have seen the price go up and down on Amazon as well, but it's never been more than like 72 quid. So you're getting a bargain there guys. Pick this up if you really want it. I really do like this case. So coming around the back and the side of the, coming around the side and the back of the case, I'm just going to show you inside what it looks like cable wise and stuff. So you've got all these cables nice and neatly tucked together at the back of the case. All the fans are already connected to this PCB right here, so there's no messing about. All you got to do is plug and play. I just love how everything is all in black, not like it used to be way back in the day where all the wires were rainbow colored coming from this side to that side. So it's all nice and neat. Hopefully once it's all done, it'll look really good. Okay, so let's have some fun and build this actual PC. So I'm going to start off with the motherboard. All motherboards come with different components inside them. So this one comes with a cable. I don't think I'm going to need this cable, but we'll find out later on in the video whether I need it or not. Sometimes you do need the cable, sometimes you don't. So we'll just find out. So I'm going to open the actual motherboard with my blade. Be careful guys when using a blade. Be responsible, because I have had some nasty accidents by using a blade. So don't be a silly bugger like me. Close your blade once you've used it and you'll be fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually put the actual CPU onto the motherboard. That's the way I like to do things. I like to start off with the CPU. So let's open the CPU and see what you get inside the box. So you get the CPU itself, and the fan obviously that goes on top of the CPU, which has some thermal pasting on, which I will take off. I'll be putting my own on. So on the CPU you do get this arrow, and all you got to do is align this arrow onto your actual motherboard, and it should go in nice and easy. So let's go ahead and do that first, and then we'll move on to the next step. So all you got to do, like I said, is line the two up and it should slot right in. There you go, look, first attempt. That's how easy it is. And then just pull this bar down so the CPU doesn't move around and stays in place. Next step is to remove these 4 screws which I've outlined on this picture. So once we've actually took these screws out, we'll move on to the next step. I'll actually speed the video up here so then you're not getting bored. So the next step is putting some thermal paste on the actual CPU. I did take off the thermal paste that came with the actual fan because I wasn't a fan of it. No pun intended there. But yeah, I took that off and wiped it off with a cloth. So you want to start off by putting a little blob in the actual middle of the CPU. Not too much, you can always add to it if you need to, but if you start off with too much, then it's just a bit of a hassle. So always put a little bit on, and then you can always add more later if you need to. I did have a spatula, but I can't find it, so I'm just going to use this credit card that I had, and I just cut a little piece off. So what you want to do is basically start from the middle and work your way out to the corners and spread it out evenly. Be careful not to get it on the edges, because you can actually cause the CPU to malfunction. The main aim is to just be careful and not to get it on the edges. And once you've actually done it, this is what it will look like. So I've added it nice and equally all around the actual CPU. You don't need too much, and that was the perfect amount. Now I'm just going to add the fan. So what I'm going to do is actually line it up nice and easy. Once it's lined up, then I'll start screwing in the actual screws into the 4 holes. So I'll share a tip with you guys. When you're screwing in the actual fan, start by doing the left screw first and then the bottom right, and it'll give you stability, and you'll be able to screw the fan in a lot easier. Once you've screwed the fan in, we can move on to the next step, and the next step would be putting the actual fan into the actual motherboard, so plugging it in. And you can't actually get this step wrong because it says CPU fan, and I will show you that now. So there it is, and I'm just going to clip it in nice and easy. There we go, that's all it was. And then we can move on to the next stage, which is actually putting in the actual hard drive, the NVMe SSD. So all you got to do next is take out the screw that's already in the motherboard, line up your hard drive, and then slot it in and screw it down. So next we're going to actually tackle the RAM, which is really easy. It's probably one of the easiest things to do on the actual motherboard. So all you want to do is you want to pull the levers back on the corresponding levers where you're going to actually put the actual RAM into, and then you just want to put the RAM, well, line it up and then push it in with equal force on both corners, and it should clip in just like that. And then do the same thing for the second one, and then let me show you what it looks like once it's actually in. And once it's in like this, guys, let me show you real quickly. You see that? It's in nice and easy. So what you want to do next is actually put the motherboard into the actual case. That's all you can do on the actual motherboard for now, and then I'll take you to the next step. Unfortunately, guys, a couple of steps have been missed. One being the GPU, second being the actual power supply. And the reason for that is the video was distorted for some reason, I don't know why, and I couldn't actually salvage it. So I'm really sorry for that. But we're going to keep it moving. We're going to actually put Barrett Wallace from Final Fantasy VII in the actual case itself as a finishing touch. Why not? I'm really happy with the build. I honestly, personally, really loved building this PC. It was a lot of fun. If you guys want me to do more videos like this, leave it in the comment section down below. If you want me to build a PC for you, get in contact with me and we can actually arrange that. Not a problem. Email me on my personal email. It's in the description in the box down below, and we can do that for you. Not a problem. Just a little side note for my buddy who I actually built this PC for. I hope you like the build, and I hope you enjoyed the PC. I know you're on holiday at the moment, so it's going to stay with me for at least a couple of months. Once you're back, I'll be shipping it out to you. Another cool feature that this case does have is that it comes with a remote control to actually control the lights and the fans. So let me show you what these lights look like in the dark, controlling them with this miniature remote control. So first up, we've got the solid white light, and I think this looks really good with my aesthetic because it's white. And then we'll move on to the next set of lights, which is multicolored. You do have different variations of the multicolored lights, and there's just so many functions to go through on the remote, and there's so many different variations you can actually have. You can actually make the lights be solid colors, like I'm circling through here. And then again, like I mentioned, you can have the different variations of the actual multicolored lights as well. And then we'll have a peek inside the case in a second as well, just to show you what it actually looks like from inside. As you can see, it looks really cool with all the lights popping everywhere. You got Barrett in the corner there, ready to take on any threats that may want to come and, you know, cause some harm or some damage or some viruses coming to the PC. Barrett's going to take you right out. So there you have it, guys. Fully built budget PC on £500 or thereabouts. I'll leave in a second a screenshot of what it really cost altogether. So total bill price rounded off is £523, which is not bad in my humble opinion. I think in this day and age, with all the prices for graphics cards and motherboards and stuff hiked to the maximum because of shortages and stuff, I think that's still a decent price for a budget built PC. So this is a really quick setup that I've had to put together. This is a HP monitor that's 1080p, runs at 60 frames per second. It doesn't have any speakers, so I've got these DJI headphones, which are really good, really comfortable. So yeah, I'm gonna show you some gameplay footage, but unfortunately there won't be any sound. Controller at the ready. So this is a classic Master Chief controller for the actual Xbox One, and I'm going to be using it to play Final Fantasy VII on Steam. So without further ado, let's get into it. By the way guys, this is a magnificent mod that I've actually done on the actual Final Fantasy VII. It is fully widescreen when you go to certain areas in the actual game. Check this out. Fully widescreen, look at that. HD graphics. This is the remaster that we always wanted. Look how good that looks. Just another thing that I want to mention is that this mod is actually fully voice acted now. So all the NCPs, well, I think all of them, I'm not 100% sure if it's all of them, but majority of the NCPs in this game actually have voice acting, and the voice acting to each and every character is just epic. I'll be doing a separate video on this actual mod, so look out for that guys. I'm just gonna put these headphones next to the mic so you can hear the music and also some of the talking, so just give me a second. Let me just do that for you now.
All aboard! The train is about to depart.
I've had enough.
Me too. You know, this is the first time we've ever agreed on something. Well...
Yeah.
So that's it guys, a budget PC built and also tested. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. Stay safe and peace.